Hello. Today I want to discuss one important topic which many people ask me when they approach for sadhana or for guidance, like uh, which sadhana they should choose or which deity they should choose as a worship. For some, it's naturally their likings towards particular deity like Ganesh or Skanda or Shiva. It comes by birth, and then how they uh, grow, uh, they get into the bhakti sadhana for that deity. Okay, that is okay, but not every time your liking in current birth is connected with your past birth, and more importantly, your liking of the deity should connect with your destined path. And what is that path, and what is how to know what is your path, how to know who is the deity of that path is I'm going to explain today. I think few of you may have known about nadis in our body. As per the yogic and tantric system, there are basic 14 nadis, and there are sub-nadis, like multiple nadis. So basically, there are 14 nadis. They divide into 84. Then they divide into 21,600. Then again they divide into 8,64,000. We are not considering ourselves with 8,64,000 or even 21,600, because every nadi is a path. The nadi it's called like a river, or the connection between Jeev and the Brahma. The absolute consciousness manifests as a Jiva through that Sukshma Nadi, and it becomes Jiva. Now the reverse path for the Jiva to merge into the absolute consciousness, or even to experience the absolute or universal consciousness, is through that path from which the Jiva has taken the birth. Here, this is the actual sadhana path. So we are not accepting the illusion. The world is illusion perspective, or Jivas are not born perspective of Vedanta. Here we consider the world as real as we perceive. So the Jiva merges into the Shiva. Jiva gets the consciousness of the Param Shiva, its universal consciousness, by knowing and walking on the path, the Nadi, from which it has taken the birth. Now there is a picture behind me of the chakras in the body. Through all these 6 chakras, there goes a nerve called Sushumna. Either of the Sushumna, there are 2 nerves. Left side is Ida, and right side is Pingala. And through Sushumna, the Jeev goes into the Brahma. That terminology many might have read in many yoga books, tantra books. The Jeev also is called Kundalini. Kundalini is nothing but other than the Jeev. So Jeev can reach to the universal consciousness by any path. It's not required that it should go through only the Sushumna path. You have to find your path, your nadi, and the chakra and the vayu associated with it. And then you can work on that nadi by the mantra sadhana, by the yantra sadhana, or by the tantra sadhana. Get the darshan of that deity, open the chakra, and the path opens for you to merge into universal consciousness. Now, for example, you might have heard about Chaturdasha Vidyas. Chaturdasha Mahavidyas and four Upavidyas. Again, these 14 are connected with the 14 nadis. Then there are 36 Mahavidyas which are connected with the 36 nadis. Then there are 55 Mahavidyas which are connected with the 55 nadis, who are again connected with the 55 seed letters or the Bijaksharas. Like I said, every nadi has its own chakra, has its own mantra, has its own yantra, and has its own deity. One has to know what is their path. Otherwise, it will take much longer year for you to open the lock itself. Forget about achieving your goal or achieving the absolute, getting the ultimate. So most of the time we'll go in just knocking on the door. If you're knocking on the wrong door, or if you're putting the key in the wrong lock, it will open after you break it down at some point, but it will take time. So what I told till yet, finding the nadi which connects your jiva to the Sadashiva, finding that chakra, finding that deity of the chakra, that is called a vidya or mantra, and working on that chakra by doing the mantra, yantra and tantra sadhana. Now, how you will know what is that nadi for you? There is a method for it. When I told you what is your natural likings, there is other method which is the astrological method, in which Vishamsh chart is seen, and as per the Parashar rule from the Brihat Parashar Hora, your Ishta deity is found. Another method which is given in the Vajrayana Tantras and in Kularno Tantra is without chanting any mantra, without doing any self-guided or externally guided visualization, get the knowledge of the emptiness of the beings, or the shunya nature of your existence. Here again, like I said earlier, these are for the to know, to have the perfect understanding that Jiva is not separate from the Shiva. These meditations are prescribed. It doesn't mean like they are not born, or there is no connection, or the world is unreal or something. It is for the success in the understanding. So for that you need to sit comfortably on asan in very quiet, natural place where your mind will naturally get quenched. Close your eyes and think that your own existence is essenceless. You don't have any existence. You are shunya. In Vajrayana, that there is a mantra om shunyata jnana vajra subhavatmakoham. So you meditate on that mantra, the meaning of that mantra, not just on the letters or the words. That you are by essence empty. You are essenceless, being like a phantom. You don't exist. You don't have the Atma. You don't have the self. You just you are essenceless emptiness. Meditate on it. There is a procedure of Bhuta Shuddhi which is mentioned in Tantras. That also helps in this. It's also for this. And meditate. It will not happen on first day. Meditate. Then the color will arise. From the color, the form, the yantra will form. Yantra will come. From the yantra, the seed letter will come. And from seed letter, the deity of your path will appear. Once you get the vision of that deity, then your path is clear. You can do the sadhana of that deity. This is the same when in Kularnava is mentioned. Sadhakanam hitarthaya brahmano rupakalpana. The visualization of form on the Nirguna Brahma is to help the seekers to get back to the ultimate. So important thing is first knowing that there are multiple paths starting from 14 numbers, 55 numbers and to 21,600. You might have heard there are 7 crore mantras in all the tantric spectrum. Every mantra has its own deity, so there are 7 crore deities. Again, every deity has its path, the nadi. So there are 7 crore nadis also. So like I said, it can expand. It will expand from 8,64,000 also in multiplied numbers. So it is important there are multiple paths. You should know your own path from which you have taken your first birth from the Param Shiv. Knowing that path only can lead you to your goal. Otherwise, you will get wasted in many births until you reach that path again. So, like I said, there are multiple methods. One is your personal liking from childhood, and the dreams which you get. The astrological method is to check the D20 Visham's chart and apply the rule from the Brihat Parashara Hora to find your deity. And the method I mentioned, like meditate on the essenceless empty nature of yourself, and you will get the vision of your deity. Vision or some symbol of your destined deity, your Ishta deity, Ishta devata, whom you should worship. That is how you solve the confusion, like whom I should worship, what sadhana I should do.